You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. We're in our WTIM morning show with our Pana civic, business, and nonprofit leaders coming to you from our Taylorville studios. The WTIM Pana morning show is also brought to you by Pana Save-A-Lot, Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Bob Riding's Pana, the Nokomis Dairy Queen, Pana Bowl, and the Oconee Chop Shop. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman, and our guest in this segment, we've got Kelly Ali. Kelly is the Director of Marketing and Public Relations with Lakeland Community College. Kelly, good morning to you. How are you doing?
Good morning, Grayson. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the air today.
Absolutely. And thank you for joining us here today. Glad to hear that you're doing as well as you are. Well, Kelly, I think there's a lot of good news circulating, it sounds like, around Lakeland College right now as we start the fall semester. What can you tell folks right now about enrollment numbers and where they're at right now and why we're so excited about those?
Sure, I'd be glad to. We kicked off the fall semester with some record enrollments over the past couple of years, so we're really excited. Enrollment is booming, and it's just so great to see all the students here and the energy and excitement. We have our highest head count, which is the number of students taking classes. We have 4,138 students, and that's our highest head count since fall of 2019. It's also an increase of 4.5% from last year. So we're really seeing growth and people seeing the value of coming to Lakeland. We also saw a great increase in the number of hours the students are taking. So that's called our full-time equivalency. And we saw a 7.3% increase in that since last fall. And that was another record since 2020. So it's really great to see these numbers on the rise and to be engaged with our students, especially when there's been so much talk about the value of a college education nationwide. And so we're really excited about that.
Kelly, I guess my first question to you is, why do you think they are choosing Lakeland College? I've got my ideas. I've got some things that I'm thinking, but why do you think Lakeland College stands out in the minds of young kids and even as they become adults? Why do you think they're choosing Lakeland College over other options maybe?
Sure. Well, that's a great question. Of course, our foundation is our quality education and our caring instructors. I think once a student comes here and meets our instructors and the support from staff, they're hooked. We get them. Also, our affordability. We are about a third of the cost of a public university. And your financial aid and your scholarships, they go so much further here because, the cost is lower. And also just the options that we have. We have a great new career and technical option called Tech 2 Day, where students can come to campus just 2 days a week, and then they can make work arrangements and get supervised occupational experiences, get work-based learning, and really have a set schedule and make college work within their lives. And that's something we've really been focusing on, is how can we help students maintain their commitments to their work and their families, and yet achieve their goals of coming back to college, and fulfilling those dreams that they have. So I think a combination of quality education, affordability, the personal college experience you get here too. We have great student life opportunities. We have internships. We have mental health resources, free tutoring, all the things you need to have a really full college experience here on campus and at our new center in Effingham, the Effingham Technology Center.
And I was wondering maybe how much the improvements and then also the investment in the Effingham community and around surrounding communities has also helped out in that regard. I have to figure that it certainly has. And this is all coming during a time where there are some institutions, universities, colleges that are still facing a decline in enrollment. Some are starting to come back on the mend. But was there something that Lakeland College has done over the last couple of years that, maybe behind the scenes you think, oh, it's just a big year, but there was something behind the scenes that Lakeland College was really trying to do to drum up this enrollment over the last few? What can you tell me about the last couple of years and trying to rebound a little bit?
Oh, sure. That's great question. One thing that we really concentrated on was our dual credit program. And we have a new program that we just launched this fall called Laker Connect Dual Credit. And we are offering most of all of our dual credit for free to the local high school students because we realize that cost can be a barrier to some of our students, and we want them to be able to achieve their goals and work toward their college education while they're still in high school. So we saw a 17% growth in the number of students taking dual credit, which is just phenomenal. And then that sets them on a trajectory to really achieve their college goals and move into the career that much faster or move on to their transfer institution that much faster. We also introduced a dual credit counselor who is an academic counselor who goes to the high schools and meets with our dual credit students and helps them choose the classes that are relevant to their career goals or relevant to their college goals. So even if they're not planning to come to Lakeland after high school, the dual credit counselor really helps them map out a good plan for them to take the best advantage of our dual credit options. In Pana, we have a really good number of classes and students, and at Shelbyville as well. We also have some at Faith Bible Christian Academy, so that's exciting.
You're kind of helping.
Another thing.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, please.
Go ahead. Oh, that's okay. Another thing that we have been doing is, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is the Effingham Technology Center. So we've always had classes at the Cluthy Center for 30 years, which is our largest extension center in Effingham. But most recently, we invested in a very large 100,000 square foot building, and we're able to expand our healthcare labs. They're just state-of-the-art, beautiful labs, science labs, general education classes. And so now we're seeing enrollment growth in that area. And so that's really going to pay off. And when you were talking about investing in our communities, this is really a great foundation for us, being able to partner with the high school program called CORE, which offers students career and college education courses, and then partner with communities on our Innovation Center and really offer a central point for people to come and have classes, get training, train for a new career, just hold community events. So we're really excited about investing in our communities and forming those partnerships.
And this is, again, not something that is just happening in the last year or two. This is something that Lakeland College has been proactive in doing, and you're seeing the benefit of all of that right now. Kelly, you mentioned something to me earlier. I think you called it Tech 2 Day. Is that what you called it?
It is, yes. Now that was something that was really phenomenal that our technology division faculty worked on for several years and really just stood back and looked at their programs and thought, how can we revamp this to make it more user-friendly for our students as well as our employers? So all of our faculty programs, they meet with local employers. They call them professional advisory boards, and they take feedback from those employers and they adapt their programs, they adapt their courses and the options for students to really have that seamless transfer from education into the workplace. And they spent a lot of time developing what we call Tech 2 Day. So let's say the freshman students come to classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then the sophomore class students come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So they know their schedule. It is set for the whole time they'll be at Lakeland. And then they can say to their employer, hey, I can still work on those other days. So the employers really appreciate knowing the students' availability. And then the students are also able to take the skills they're learning in the classroom in real time and practice those, or say, hey, I learned this in my class. Could I try this new skill out, in their employment opportunities? So it's really a win-win for all of our communities and our partners. And we've seen a really good growth in that area. We saw about a 5% growth in our CTE, career and technical education programs. So that's really exciting to see that investment in our programs and the students and our partners, business partners.
And Kelly, thank you for diving into that a little more for me. That is the first I had heard of that. And I just thought to myself that sounds like an excellent way for reducing any hurdles, any barrier of entry into a program where, as you mentioned too, like you're getting real-time experience that you can apply, but also you have a consistent schedule that I can still work. And a lot of folks still need to be able to work to support themselves. So I really appreciate you diving into that a little further. There's one other program that I am yet to hear about, that I want to hear about more. This year, you guys rolled out a new strategic plan called Education That Fits Your Life. Sounds like Tech 2 Day is already doing that, but what about on this end of things? Can you tell me with Education That Fits Your Life?
I sure can. We are so excited to be launching our new strategic direction with Education That Fits Your Life. And it's really based on some core principles. We held a lot of focus groups with our employees and our students over the spring semester. And we talked with them about all the things that they're facing and what they all the great things at Lakeland, but also asked them for suggestions on what we could do to improve. And so our main focus is education that fits your life, meaning that we will offer courses that will allow our students to work. Our research and our data shows that a majority of our students either have part-time or full-time jobs. And as we all know in today's world, that's a priority. And then they are fitting Lakeland College or their college into that first, that's their second priority. So we are recognizing that, and we really want to give them the best experience that we can. So the three core areas that we're going to focus on are streamlining enrollment processes and technologies so that we can get them through the enrollment process as fast as we can, and then providing them with options for their courses very similar to Tech 2 Day, where they can take the courses when they want them in the modality that they want them. And what I mean by modality is it online? Is it in person? Is it evening? Is it weekend? Having options for working. We tend to say working adults, but we know all of our students are adults, and we know a majority of them are working. So just having those options for all of our students to help them reach their goals, and then really continuing to build upon our excellent wraparound comprehensive support services. So we pride ourselves. I think anyone who's ever attended Lakeland knows that our faculty and our staff are very caring and always want to provide support services to students to help them succeed. So building on that, and one thing that's just real interesting is, we hear a lot about how students come to Lakeland, and even though they're very technology savvy, maybe they're not as familiar with the programs that we use to help facilitate their education. So what can we do to help them get started? And for the past 2 years, one of those initiatives has been our Welcome Week, where we have a series of days during book pickup where we have our technology staff available to help them log into their computer and learn how to use their email and things like that, and just have a celebratory, hey, do you want to learn about this service, or pick up your books, or get a calendar, and just kind of make it a really happy celebration to kick off the year in a good way.
Well, you want to talk about the reasons enrollment is on the rise right now for Lakeland College. Kelly is giving us all those, and there are more still to come, but we are starting to run out of time in doing so. Kelly, we have breezed through this first half. Let's take ourselves a break. We're joined by Kelly Ali, Director of Marketing and Public Relations with Lakeland College. We'll come back around to Kelly, talk more about this recent boost in fall enrollment and more. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Your information station. WTIM.
Let's check markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Higher across the board with corn, beans, and Chicago wheat. December corn up 4 3/4, 428. March corn up 4 1/4, 445 1/4, and May corn 455 up 3 3/4. November beans up 4 3/4, 1047 1/2. January beans up 4 3/4, 1066 1/2. March beans 1081 1/2, up a nickel. December wheat up 7, 532. March wheat up 6 1/2, 549 1/4. October bean meal 285.60, up 40 cents. October bean oil 52.48, up 72 cents. Livestock trade, September feeders 359.17, up 37 cents. October live cattle 233.65, down 95 cents. And October lean hogs 98.17, up 65 cents. Energy market, October crude oil 64.17, up 87 cents. This is the RFD Radio Network.
This is Lance Vonderheide with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one business banker who understands their business and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your business banker is your single source for all your financial needs, from cash management to lines of credit, from mortgages to equipment loans and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Noren's Hardware is a local family-owned store offering a wide selection of quality hardware supplies at competitive prices. Whether you need plumbing supplies or electrical supplies, you're sure to find what you need at Noren's Hardware Store, including ice melt, shovels, gloves, heat tape, pipe insulation, portable heaters, and propane to get ready for the winter months. Our staff is committed to providing outstanding customer service and is ready to assist you. Visit our store at 55 Main Street in Pana today.
The holiday season will be here before you know it, and holiday entertaining that comes with it. Hi, Darren Seaton here, manager at Taylorville Home Stores. Yes, it may be a long time away, but believe me, it'll be here sooner than you think. Now's the time to stop by and pick out your new kitchen, flooring, or bathroom you're wanting installed in time for having the family in for the holiday season. Don't wait. Get on the install list now before it fills up. Taylorville Home Stores is your local design center. East Park Street, Taylorville.
Hey, Taylorville, Pana, and Shelbyville, Sparklight says listen up for these great internet offers. Right now, take advantage of plans starting as low as $29.95 a month. Sparklight provides you with local, reliable internet on their fiber-fueled network. All of Sparklight's internet plans have unlimited data with no any contracts or commitments. Sparklight is local with local offices and offers 24/7 U.S.-based tech support. And with Sparklight Internet, get whole home Wi-Fi. Get connected with Sparklight in-store, online, or by phone.
WTIM.
And we're back with the WTIM Pana Morning Show here on your information station. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, as well as Pana Save-A-Lot, Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Bob Riding's Pana, the Nokomis Dairy Queen, Pana Bowl, and the Okanee Chop Shop. I'm Grayson Bauman. Joining us, Kelly Ali. She is the Director of Marketing and Public Relations with Lakeland College. They're underway with a big-time enrollment boost here in fall. However, we touched on a whole lot of that and more in that first segment. We'd like to talk a little bit about adult education classes in Pana. Kelly, what can you tell me about those?
Hi, Grayson. I'm glad to tell you about our GED classes. So we are offering classes at the Western Region Center in Pana. And if you're not sure where that's at, it's at 600 East 1st Street, right there in Pana by the school. And we're really excited because October 9th, which is a Thursday at 9 a.m., we'll have a GED orientation. And that's a way for people interested in enrolling in the classes to find out what the classes will be like and what to expect. And then the classes are held there on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8:30 to 12:30. And so these are really wonderful opportunities for people in the area who are looking to get their high school diploma through the GED system. And our instructors are wonderful and help you work at your own pace and learn the information that you need to do and prepare for the tests. So we've really seen a great increase in our adult education classes recently. Another thing that I might mention is that we have a new website. And we have an entry point for people who are interested in adult education or English as a second language. So if you go to our new website at lakelandcollege.edu and you scroll down just a little bit, it has a section called IMA, and you'll see an adult education student. So we're really excited to offer that to the students who are interested in those programs.
Great. October 9th, a GED kind of orientation, letting you know what to expect over there in Pana. Well, Kelly, we are starting to run low on time. What else can you tell us quickly here about Lakeland College?
Okay, well, I could really tell you quickly that we are getting a new red roof on our field house. So that is very exciting. That's our athletic facility. And we have a new cross-country team. This is our first year. And we have someone, Sydney Vaux, who's from your Taylorville area. And the team's doing great. We'll be heading up to Bradley this weekend. And then we have a career day on October 7th where students come to campus to learn about careers. So we got a really exciting couple weeks coming up.
My goodness, and an exciting couple weeks at the start here. But Kelly, thanks so much for joining us and letting us know what's going on with you guys at Lakeland.
Well, thanks so much, Grayson, for having me. I really appreciate it. And Lakeland College is really glad to be a part of your community.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate that on this end too. Kelly Ali, Director of Marketing and Public Relations with Lakeland College, here on the WTIM Pana Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.